Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shadow Tavern. My name is ShadowFox2122, and today I'm going to be bringing you some World of Tanks, primarily because it's quick and easy for me to do. All it does is require a slight bit of editing. The reason why I bring that up is I do want to say it's April, guys. I'm incredibly busy with school. I'm still going to be trying to do this whole YouTube thing, but like I said, I'm just going to be really busy up until that May area hits when I finally get out of it. And I just want to make that clear. That's why there wasn't a video on Sunday or Monday. I was too busy doing all the homeworks that were required for my computer science major, which is killing me at this current moment. So I just wanted to let all of you know that it was incredibly important. Just to let you guys know why the videos weren't coming out as much as they were, and that's why. So yeah, I've got two replays coming up for you, and these are the stats. The first one is going to be of the Czechoslovakian Tier 3 light tank, the LT-VZ38. It's a really good one. I've got the auto loader on it, which is a Tier 4 gun, 3 rounds in the magazine. Good penetration, good damage, not too good accuracy. Aiming time is a bit odd, but it fires incredibly fast. And the amount of damage you can put out on the Tier 3, Tier 4, sometimes Tier 5 tanks you can meet is actually quite incredible. So the video you're about to see for that will show my Ace Tanker badge, which is pretty much basically saying you got more experience than 99% of players who have fought this in the past 7 days. I don't know how many people play it, but I'm still taking it as a compliment. Duelist, Fire for Effect, and Top Gun. I got 6 kills in that game. Almost got 7, but we ran out of time by capping. I did more damage than almost the next 3 tanks combined. That M3 Light did his fair share, though. Such a shame to that poor chap that he lost that one. Made a tad bit of money, but not much. It is Tier 3 after all. Don't expect to be making money. The next vehicle, oh yeah, and that's the LT-VZ38. Very German looking. But then again, technically the PZ38NA, I believe, was from was it from Czechoslovakia first? I am actually not quite sure. I should really check up on history. The next vehicle video that I'm going to show you is going to be the LTTB. It's a Tier 7 Russian light tank. There it is in the background there. Very long gun, and I actually got my first Mark of Excellence from this battle. Which Mark of Excellence means that your average damage is over 65, 85, or 95% of the other people. So I'm at 66%, which I'm quite happy about. I also got the Mastery Badge First Class. I got the Spotter, the Fire for Effect, the Bruiser, and the Confederate. I almost did 2,000 damage in that. I was the second highest on both teams, actually. And as experience, I was second. There's the detailed report. I made a lot more money from it. I also didn't take a lot of damage in that, or at least I can't remember if I did or not. I'll remember when I play the video. But anyways, I will see all of you in the Czechoslovakian Tier 3 first. Alright, and we are back. So this game that we're looking at is a Tier 3 top game with about 5 Tier 3s on our side and 7 Tier 3s on them. So technically we were at a disadvantage. Again, I'm sorry for the whole chat thing. Apparently 2 chats show up instead of just 1. I promise I only typed that twice. So this tank, it has decent armor. It goes 42 kilometers an hour, so it's not fast, but it's not slow either. Now I load purely armor piercing because we're looking at 82 millimeters of average penetration, 40 damage, 115 on the APCR, and 18 on the high explosive. So the high explosive to me just isn't really worth it. There are tanks with less than 18 millimeters of armor, but honestly the extra 5 damage is not worth it if you pen. And the reason why I say if is because a lot of times 18 millimeters of penetration will bounce. Anyone knows that. So my idea here was to come on the corner and just kind of see what was up, and maybe see, you know, who's hiding around that church. So no one was around that church, so I decided to check the street. Now, that's an interesting sight. LTP, you're out of place. 2. And I did get 3 shots. I believe I only got 2 that actually did any damage. The third one didn't do any. But as you can see, this gun just fires so fast, and you could get these shots off really quickly. And this is technically the top gun for it. But there is another option. I don't think it's as good, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but you could do it. So I'm looking around, and I'm actually looking at that Type 91, because I'm thinking, oh, he's going to come around the corner and hit me, and I'm thinking, oh man, I got this LTP. And next thing you know, I'm stuck on a little fence with my gun raised. So that's a negative. M3 Stuart out there in the open. Not anymore. Moving along the corner. Now, I found that this thing is a much better brawler. Now, it's weird at Tier 3 that you could have such things as brawlers, but I really do feel as though this thing is. It has armor. Don't expect it to take a hit, though. Expect every shot that hits you to penetrate. That's really how you've got to play World of Tanks. But if any of you guys were noticing the minimap, as I just saw right now, about this time, the entire field area of Runeberg just collapsed, like utterly collapsed. Granted, we had city superiority, they had field superiority. So I'm moving along, and it's time to defend the base. People complaining about teams, but honestly, I can't blame them. Teams were quite awful today. I mean, and you'll understand when you see the LTTB replay, but for once today, this wasn't my team. Like, I was on the winning team. And that was honestly quite awesome. So I take a hit there, but fire on the move, and I get him. And you see, I bounced a shot from the T2 medium. That tank doesn't have the best penetration, but it's certainly not bad. Take another hit from the M2 light. Not a big hit, because he's using the 20mm. Artillery's more dangerous. Take him out. And with the last shot, take out him. So there's the 6 kills. I'm going to go try to take out that M3 Stuart. But in that small moment right there, I just killed, oh, what was it? 2, 3, 4 tanks. 4 tanks because of this autoloader. Now, of course, it does reload fast, and so does practically everything else. But here I am. And I want to get 1, bounce, 2, and I was about to get my 7th kill when the game ended. So yeah, that's it. If you're looking for a good Tier 3, which, let's face it, Tier 3 doesn't take a long time to get researched into. If you're looking for a good Tier 3 light tank, I definitely recommend this one with the highest possible gun, the autoloader. But anyways, I'll see all of you in the LTTB replay. Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back, this time with the LTTB replay. Now, an interesting thing about this tank is much faster than the other one, and has actually much better armor. You're looking at about 90mm, I think, in the front, which is sloped. Or maybe it's not 90 at the whole, but, I mean, this thing bounces stuff, and you'll see what I mean. So I'm thinking about gunning it just straight down the middle, and, well, not straight down the middle, sorry, down the right side of the flank. And due to some physics changes in World of Tanks, I decided to be very cautious going around that corner. If you go too fast, you will flip your tanks. Just saying that right now. I made that mistake trying to take out a Hellcat Tier 6 American tank destroyer in my M4A3 Easy 8, which is an American Tier 6 tank destroyer. I bounced. Or not bounced, I rolled. Fire a shot at the A43 Russian Tier 6, well, one of the Russian Tier 6 mediums. Don't really get anywhere with him, his gun mantlet eats it, just, you know, that's a Russian thing. Made of strong Stalin with armor. And oh my god, 3 tank destroyers. Tier 6, Tier 7, and Tier 8, all German. So there we go. Bounce. Of course, that was at a pretty high angle, and I think the Dicker Max is using the... I don't know what gun. But we're going to get these guys lit up, and I've got some shots on the Dicker Max as he comes over the hill. I'm trying to make another one. There's one down. A43 thinks about rushing me. He decides against it. I got a good amount of spotting damage right there in the A43. I see him. I think I've got a shot. Take it, and he's gone. Now, my teammates in this were also really awesome. Again, usually I'm the enemy team at this point. Well, at least on the enemy team, where we just sort of keep dying. But luckily for me, I'm on the winning team, or I have been for quite a while, which is awesome. Because if you're on the losing team constantly, I mean, this game's just no fun. Like, you cannot have a lot of fun if you're doing really well and you're just losing. So, I just had to laugh at this AMX-12T. Like, what was this guy thinking right now? And I know I've had these moments. Sorry for the mouse jerk. But I mean, look at this guy, okay? You just go in a straight line, and it's at this point right here that he decides he needs to turn. And I mean, at this point, I was just laughing so hard at this guy. Because I've been seeing this happen all day. Something about the United States West server and people falling off cliffs. So here we go. Rheinmetall Borsig up top. Come on, guys, let's finish him off. No. Okay. SU-100 tries to get a shot off on him. Rheinmetall Borsig knows he can't take a hit, so he backs off. So, here we have the standard issue. We've got, oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 friendly tanks up at the north sector, of which are pretty much all high tier, versus a tier 6 and a tier 7. A Czechoslovakian medium, and a German tank destroyer. Now, don't get me wrong, the 25 is a pretty terrifying tank. I mean, it fires once every basically 2 seconds of its 75mm cannon. But I mean, look at all the guys that are up there. You charge it, you win. And I was actually really afraid of rolling my tank right there. So I'm gonna get some shots off on them if they don't. There's one. Take him out. Now, here's where my lack of self-awareness gets me one in the side. Oh, look, there's the Jagdpanther. And ouch. Oh, well, he's fired. I totally got him. And nope, bounce. E25 is now suddenly taken out because of very strong gameplay by my team. So I make it look like I'm faking out, but I honestly didn't give them enough time. So, I mean, they knew I was coming this way. And, be careful. You almost flipped it. Luckily for me, tracks just come off. Yeah, that was lucky. We're gonna win this game. I mean, look at the scores. 11 killed to 2 of ours killed. There's no way that we're going to lose this. Or at least that's what I thought. Spoilers? You'll see. Oh, who am I kidding? They're surrounded. There's no hoping. There's no hope for him. Found the Rheinmetall Borsig. He's screwed. He knows he's screwed. Okay, aim. Aim. Nope. Just kidding. So now it's time just to shoot at the rear of these enemy tanks. The enemy heavies that are still fighting for control of the corner. Which is, I mean, it's not a bad thing to do at this point in time, but it's not the best thing. I mean, look at this. Good shot. Slightly worse shot. But I mean, I've got free shots into the rear of an American heavy tank. Who wouldn't take that? Okay, never mind. I'll take you, German. And so that's that, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I just want to preface this. I am sorry that I haven't been able to upload, and that I know I'm uploading a little bit more World of Tanks than the random variety that I'm usually used to. Again, it's primarily due to this whole thing I like to call school, and once that is done over the summer, I'll have a lot more time. Granted, I'll be working a lot more and hiking and biking a lot more. But I will have more time to do YouTube since I won't be worried about, oh, I don't know, a part-time job and school and all that. Anyways, the point is, I'm sorry. Things will be getting better. Thank you for sticking with me. I really do appreciate all of your support. You guys are awesome. But anyways, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button, punch that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. And you know what? I've actually got a question for you. I do this little hobby called LARPing, live action roleplay. Now, of course, that's kind of going away at our school, but if you were to do a LARP battle, would you prefer a two-handed weapon, a one-handed weapon, a ranged weapon, spells, or a one-handed weapon and a shield? I pose that question to you. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
Make me feel